Well, hey y'all, Backwoods Modeler here. Welcome back to my workshop. I think today we're going to work on this Dodge. It's 2023 Ram 3500 Laramie Dually. It's an LAPD truck, but the best part about it is it doesn't have lights on it, so we can work with it. Making these packages tighter, or there's putting more money into these packages, making them stronger, making them thicker plastic. They could probably make them out of a little thinner plastic and knock a couple dollars off these trucks. Anyway, we got a pretty nice Dodge truck here. It doesn't quite match up. I don't know if you can make out that the bed doesn't go all the way down to the bottom of the cab. We'll see if we can't fix that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm just blind. That's the problem. It's got black paint on the, what do you mean you can't see it? So it's got black paint on the bottom of the bed here, but not on the bottom of the cab. So we'll probably get rid of that just so that it matches the truck, because I really don't like that. I don't know why they did it on the bed and not on the truck, but no big deal. The good thing about this is there's just a little bit of decals there we need to remove. They're on the door, and everything else is nice and clean. That's a nice pretty white truck. I do have these new bumpers that I get from 802 Customs, but it's for this truck. But the thing is it's more of an off-road bumper style, and I don't think that's going to look good on this dually, so we're not going to use that. We are going to throw a bunch of 802 Customs parts at this thing. I got a toolbox we're going to paint and put in there. It's got a little bit of oil on it. I got to clean that oil off of it. Which is another rule of thumb, is before you paint anything, guys and gals, clean it. Wipe anything off of it. Doesn't matter if it's 3D printed part or what. So this is the fifth wheel plate. We're going to stick that in there. It's got the ball on there and everything ready to go. We'll paint that up and get that stuck in there. This is a new to me style back window rack. Got the expanded metal look to it. We're going to paint that up and put that, put that in here. I got my diesel exhaust tip that I dug up off the floor yesterday. Actually yesterday. So we got that. We're going to paint that up, put that on there. Then I got the mirrors. We're going to paint these up and put these on there. These are really cool. They make the mirrors. Ooh, there went flying. What mirror? They make them look like they are folded up, where instead of the way they come, they look folded down. So I've been using those a lot. I like those, so we're going to use those. I'm probably going to paint all this stuff up chrome, just because I like the chrome look with the white. This plate here, we'll probably just go ahead and paint that black. Maybe paint the ball chrome. Maybe paint the hooks chrome. I don't know. We'll see. So I guess what we need to do is get started getting these decals off of here, which is pretty quick and easy. And then the running boards are going to leave us. We don't want those on there anymore. And 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to jack this up a little bit at least, just to make it look a little better with some M2 tires on there. So let me get her apart. We'll get a coat of paint on this stuff, and I'll be right back. All right, so I got everything, got the decals and everything stripped off the side of the truck. Got that all ready to go now. Got the mirrors popped out. Best way to take the mirrors out, in my opinion, is the tabs that stick through the inside here. You just take your knife and cut the back of the tab off, and then I have an awl that I use, and I just find the back of the mirror and just shove it through. Pops the mirror out. 90% of the time it works perfect every time. And then what I do is I'll take my awl, and then where the hole was, I'll stick my awl in there just a little bit, shove it in there just a little bit, just to open that hole up just a tiny bit. And then after you do that, the mirror goes in there perfectly. Figures I got to grab the wrong side, but yeah, you know what I mean. Can't see it, but yeah, I'll show you. that one needs to open up just a little bit, but it's snug, which is good. So now the mirror's in there. Need to open that hole up just a little bit because you can see that mirror's crooked just a little bit. So I need to make that hole just a little bit bigger, which will give me a little bit more play with that mirror, and then I can line it up square and even and straight and all that other good happy rat jazz. You can see I got the black cleaned off the bed. The bed and the cab don't line up exactly perfect. I think they're close enough. We're going to let them ride just because of the fact that in order to fix that, this plate, I'm just going to have to snap this plate completely off, because you can't get the bed to go any lower than what that plate is, and they just made that plate a little bit too high. So the best way to fix that is snap off that plate, and then you could drop that into place, but it's really not that bad. See this side, I mean, it's just barely off a little bit, and otherwise, for the most part, for a green light truck, the bed's straight, so I think we're going to let it ride. Okay, so I got everything painted. Now it's a matter of starting to put everything on. I'll show you with the rack, the window rack that I was talking about. Some trucks, they fit good, some trucks they don't. This truck, it fits on there okay, but it's a little bit tall, and the mounting brackets that come with it are a little bit wide. It's kind of hard to show you here. They stick over the bed just a little bit, and then the best way to do that, fix that, is just cut those tabs off. They're really simple to cut off. I usually cut them off with my side snips. You just got to be really careful that you don't break off the corner, because these are fragile. They are 3D printed, so you just got to be careful with that. And then when you go to put your toolbox in there, you want those tabs gone, because see the gap it's going to leave now, it's not going to look right. So those tabs, when you want to put a toolbox in there, those tabs need to come off. So got those done. You saw I got the mirrors done. You saw I got a stack of tires out here. So we're ready to start putting this thing back together. I'm going to start getting this thing ready to get the wheels and tires on there, and then we'll start gluing it back together. I am going to use the original rims that come on this truck. I'm just going to swap out the tires. Man, that sucker does not want to turn. So we're going to do that off camera because this one's being stubborn. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, we're sitting here as usual watching glue dry. Here's a little tip. Before you throw out those stock wheels and tires, remember, they make good little jack stands. Keep your truck level while your tires are gluing or drying. See, we got the exhaust tip on there too, so we're just letting all this dry. So I thought while we were doing that, I told you there was a truck haul video that I did, and I didn't like it, so I didn't show it. So let me show you a couple trucks I got in that deal. This is my cool, I think it's a 91 F250. I hate this body style. It's kind of funny. I have like 3 or 4 of them now. But what drew me into this one is the auxiliary fuel tank. Plus it has a nice movable hose, which is really cool. How much y'all want to bet that tank's not staying in there? So that's the reason I got it. And it being a 250, we'll probably do something with it, but the tank will definitely go in something else. Then I also got a set of these. I think they're 04s. Yeah, my mind's not the greatest. 04 F250s. These are the LP Motor Max trucks. These babies are not cheap. They're like over $21 a piece. But they're really nice looking truck. They did a nice job on them. Detail's great. So I definitely like those. We're going to do something with these. I got 4 of them. I got 2 black ones and 2 white ones. And then, you know, typical me fashion. Yeah, I already did one of them. So, got some wheels and tires on this. I just set the camper off. This camper came off of an old Johnny Lightning Chevy, like maybe an 2000, 2004 maybe. I don't remember the exact year, but yeah. That's where the camper came from, and you know, I had to put it on some M2 wheels and tires. We did that. So, just give you an idea on a couple of trucks that I got. Well, as soon as this finishes drying, we'll start gluing on more parts, and I'll be back. All right, you guys. I was thinking about it, and I thought maybe I'd interrupt this video with a small public announcement here on how to tell when you have an addiction to die-cast, and the best way to tell is when you start buying trucks for little parts, like this nice little Goliath's Revenge monster truck here. Real pretty truck. Problem is they did too nice of a job on that windshield visor. I really like that. It's a shame that I bought this truck just for that visor. That's how you know you got an addiction. Alright, been sitting here playing with it a little bit. We got us a roller now. Don't want to roll it too much because the glue is still drying. We're getting ready to put in the back window rack and the toolbox. So what we did here, as I showed you already, what I was going to do is we cut the tabs off of the rack so that it fits on this truck better. As you can see, well, you can't see because it's too far away. You can see we line up, and you see where the third tail light is, lines up in the hole perfectly. So now we got that set, and now that we cut those tabs off, that's going to make our toolbox going in a lot easier. So now we slip our toolbox in, and then what I normally do is I'll glue the back window rack almost to the back of the toolbox. Sometimes you can do that. In this case, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. It's going to be too far away. So I'll have to slide it up just a little bit. I know my big fat finger's in the way. So just imagine we're going to slide it up a little bit. We'll glue all that in. So we got those to put in. I've got my fifth wheel hitch. We got to put that in there. I still got to do a little bit of touch-up painting on that. Got the mirrors to put on. And she's just about done. Well, after we do a little bit of touch-up painting underneath, we still got to paint that up yet. So, but other than that, we're coming along good. So the next clip, you should see it all together. Oh yeah, also been playing with my my new windshield visor here. I know, my fat fingers, you're not going to be able to see it, but anyway, I've been playing with it on my square body Chevy here, and it fits the cab pretty good. So that's probably where that's going to end up going. I got to do a little bit more hacking to it to make it fit that square body cab a little bit better, and then it's not going on this truck, obviously. I'll show you the truck we're going to put it on, so that'll be a different video. Alright guys and gals, we're starting to work on some mirrors here. I wanted to give you a quick tell you how I do my mirrors to try to make sure that they always come out good. You always want to look at your mirrors from several different directions when you're putting them on. You want to look at them from the front and make sure that they're even across the top. And then, even though they should be the same front and back, I always look at the back to make sure that they look even. I know they're too far away. To make sure they look even across. And then I also look top down to make sure that they're both angled the right direction, you know, the same, so that they look good that way. And then you always have to look at them from the side view to make sure that they're straight up and down. So when you're putting mirrors on, it takes some time, and it's a little tricky, and you gotta watch a lot of things. And then which reminds me, I wanted to tell you again before I forget again, the new trucks, the new dually drivers are not coming with tow hitches on them. I have 2 of these Dodges, and I have 3 of these. This one, it went under surgery because the bed was super crooked. But even this one, they're not coming with tow hitches on them anymore. I hope that's not going to be a forever thing, because now we have to start buying tow hitches. So anyway, I got to do the fifth wheel hitch. Got to get it glued in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue that in, and then I'll do the quick touch-up paint after it's in there and glued in. This way you don't have to worry, it's not going to slide around, and you don't have to mess with anything. So we're getting there, guys and gals. After I get that glued in, get that touched up, painted, I want to paint the bottom, get that all painted up, get that touched up. And then my toolbox, I didn't do a very good job coating across the top of it. So after this is all good and dry and done, I'll take my brush and I'll do a couple of strokes across that toolbox to even out the paint, make it look a little better. We're getting there. Just another quick tip. When you still got painting to do, but you still have glued on parts, you never want to set it on top of your roof rack. So I always set mine down between two foam blocks to where everything is suspended and it's not messing with anything, and now you can paint anything on the bottom you need to. So the way I paint stuff that's in the bed of the truck is, what I'll do is I'll take a toothpick and I'll flatten the end of it to make it, you know, blob on there a little better. Best way to tell that is by the spot that I missed right there. Dummy. So we got her done. I broke out the turntable just because I don't want to touch it in a lot of places because most of it is still wet. See, we got mirrors on there. Those are looking pretty good. Although I think the next time, I don't think I'm going to do them all completely chrome. I don't really like that look totally. Got everything over here painted. Let's see, I touched it over here. I'll have to get a little acetone, take that off. Back window rack is in, looking pretty good. Got the fifth wheel plate put in there. I touched up my screw up there. I still want to put a tow hitch on this truck, so I still need to do that. If you can tell, I painted the door handles on. Got the bottom all painted in, so that's all looking good now. So now all we got to do is put a tow hitch on here and then touch up that door with a little acetone to get that silver paint off of there, and it's good. What do y'all think of this one? This is all 802 Customs parts again. The mirrors, the diesel exhaust tip, have I even showed you that yet? That's in there. The toolbox, the back window rack, the fifth wheel hitch, all that's from 802 Customs. Comes out looking really, really good. So hope y'all like this one. If you do, think about liking, subscribing. Check out 802 Customs for the parts. I will list his link in the description, and he's giving you a 15% off your entire first order if you use backwoods in the at checkout, and then you'll be all good. Like and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, eBay. Don't forget to come back. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.